Yo, what is up, Crocs and Clan members, Elysian League fans, and others who will stump on this video? I'm SoresanCrockxen. I'm sitting down for this video, obviously, because that's usually how I make these videos. So this is kind of like, I guess, okay, so let me just say, I remember that I needed to do this. I was writing the script for Future Viewer Friday, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta make this. It's kind of like a recap, kind of how my season went. If you haven't seen the battle, link. So I think I'm just gonna leave a link somewhere, like at the end card. Obviously, the end card is gonna be there. The finals. I'm gonna leave that there so you guys can watch it. So season 3, right, was an exciting season, filled with a lot of tough matches and a lot of crazy shenanigans and a lot of drama in certain areas. So, overall, I feel like, I mean, we did pretty good. We only made one change all season long. So our initial team, boom, hopefully I have it right there. And then this was our final team, boom. Basically, I just, near week, I think it was week 8, I traded Throw for Luxray. I wanted an electric type because I was facing Doruk, and he had a couple things Luxray could deal with, and I knew for a fact that Zen was making it to playoffs, so I was like, I don't want to deal with Batfy again. Plus the fact that Cubchoo also had his Vaporeon and his Omastar, and Jack just was Jack. He didn't. I don't think he changed a single mon all season. Which is fine. I mean, I don't think Zach did either. But, you know, I honestly feel like I probably would have stuck with the same team. I just wanted an electric type just so I could deal with the fucking Manaphy and make Zen, actually think about what he wants to do, and Cubchoo, because they both prepared for Mega Sceptile, but now I have a Grass type and an electric type, so you gotta pick and choose who do you think is more of a threat. Usually you're gonna say Mega Sceptile, but Luxray hits pretty hard. I gotta give him that. So that's kind of the thing. And also Intimidate works wonders. So that was just a plus for that whole debacle. So the first week, obviously, I faced Adam. Pretty close match. I technically could have lost, according to what he told me. He had Ice Beam on his Empoleon. So if he hadn't gotten paralyzed, my Sceptile would have died. And then I would have to basically play around with I had Registeel. Who the fuck was the other one? I had Registeel and somebody else. I don't remember who it was. So that was gonna be just obnoxious. And then week 2, we faced. Who the hell did I face week 2? See, I don't even remember who I faced. I think it was Cubchoo was week 4. I think I faced Jack week 2, which was the complete and utter wall that it was. And then week 3 was my match against Kraft, which I couldn't record live because I was not at home. I was at a friend's place. A lot of hacks in that match, and I actually lost because of it, because if he hadn't gotten a crit on my Florges, I would have been able to get a rest off and then set up and just win, because Florges actually won that. Everybody that was left was gone. So I was kind of upset about that, but, you know, whatever. Also, not having Psychic on Kafagas kind of screwed me over, because I think that if I had Psychic, I still would have won. But I brought something else. So in week 4, I beat Cubchoo with the freeze. That's so funny. I actually go back and watch that battle on his channel so much. It's so fun. I feel bad, obviously, because it's terrible. I froze his 2 walls that were supposed to be there taking hits. And, I'm over here just enjoying it. I'm sorry, it's the way he reacted. I think that's the fun. It's not the battle that I go to watch, it's his reaction. It's just the funniest thing in the world. Week 5, I faced, who did I face week 5? Was that the match I lost to Zen? I think it was that one. Well, week 5 is technically the bye week. Week 6 is the one. I think that's the one I lost to Zen. Which is, that was just purely my fault. I mean, I kind of figured I was going to lose, but I was so focused on Baton Pass that I didn't even think about the damn Manaphy, and neither did my friend that helps me team build. like, I mean, obviously Manaphy's always a threat, but like, since he was always about the baton pass, like, I didn't really focus too much. So I really tried to stop the baton pass, but I didn't do anything after that. So that was kind of, that was the thing. And then, what else? So week 7 was against Jet. Yeah, week 7 was against Jet, and then week 8 was against Pablo, and week 9 was against... Oh, Doruk was week 9. Duh, of course. My best buddy. Doruk was week 9. So... the match against Jet was actually pretty close. Typhlosion, or Ursaring actually put in the most work that battle. And then in Pablo's match, I was basically... That one was... Well, was that the one with Typh... I think... No, that one's the one with Florges. Florges was able to take out a Mega Venusaur and Nidoking all by herself. I was very proud of her. And then I believe after that, it was like Dragalge and Typhlosion that basically just swept through. But Florges setting up was actually crucial. Because who did I set up on? I don't remember who I set up on, but I was able to set up a couple Calm Minds, which allowed me to basically beat the Mega Venusaur and take a hit from the Nidoking and then hit it with a Psychic. So, because it was like, if I remember correctly, it was Calm Mind, Synthesis, Moonblast, and Psychic. So, I was able to basically beat out the two things that were supposed to destroy Florges. And then Doruk, that one was just fun. That one was the live recording. Like, it was one of those things where I was already in playoffs, so there was no point in, like... I mean, I was obviously serious because I didn't want to be, like, super duper bad and, like, fuck me over and, like, have to face Zen round 1. But it was still just fun. Like, honestly, that battle, the fact that Dora was with me just made it that much more enjoyable. I think he had Whirlpool, too. Somebody had... I know Cubchoo had Whirlpool on his Vaporeon, but I don't remember... What the hell? Doruk had something fun and interesting, and I was like, you can't be serious. You can't do this to me. And then, obviously, at the end, where I basically PP stalled. What was it? Oh, shit. I don't remember what it was, but I PP stalled him to death. And then, like, I was like, oh, man, I wonder if Struggle is a normal type move. And then I switched into Kavagas, but then it wasn't a normal type move. He died. I was sad. I wanted to burn him and die just because it was Noivern. That's what it was. It was fucking Noivern. He fucking flinched me like 17 million times on my damn Gliscor, and then my Slowbro got flinched. Was it Slowbro? I don't remember. He just kept flinching me. I was like, okay, fine. You want to play that game? I'll just PB stall you to death. And that's what I ended up doing. It was Slowbro, because then I ended up going for Calm Minds and just taking hits. It was obnoxious, but it was fun. Like, I admit, that was just fun. And then, obviously, round 1 was against Jack, in the playoffs, where I basically did the same thing I did the first time we battled, because obviously, he didn't change his team. It was the exact same team. Actually, I think he did drop something. I think it was, Tangros for Nidoqueen? Maybe? I think that's what it was. If he made a change, I think that was it. But it was still pretty simple. Like it was. I'm sorry, Jack. You didn't make it. Like, obviously, the matchup is just terrible. Obviously, just walls upon walls upon walls. But like, I literally just used the same game plan I did week 2, which is the same thing I did to Aggron last season. Actually, I basically walled him out. Like season 2 or last season. When I faced Aggron, I think it was like week 3 or 4. I don't remember which one it was. And I basically just stalled him out, and then I won because I just walled him to fucking death. And then in the playoffs, I just did the exact same thing. I literally had 5 walls, and then my Latios, which was Scarfed, so I can take down the Superior and then trick Scarf anything that didn't want to be, scarfed, which was his Milotic at that point in the match. But I basically just did the same thing. I won because I walled him out. So I basically just did a repeat of that one with Jack. And then Cubchoo, that one was interesting. I'll give you that. That one was fun. It was pretty crazy. It was pretty nuts. I did my walling though, and obviously like my taunt with the Slowbro nickname, which was "Say Freeze." That one was, I'm sorry. It was just, I'm sorry, but it was just so funny. His reactions was the funniest thing ever. And then obviously the finals was against Agron. Well, I actually switched it up. Obviously, I have a very wall-based team. Like, it was just bulk upon bulk upon bulk. And because of that, I knew for a fact that Agron was going to prepare for defensive walls. And I brought an offensive team. I had two walls, Slowbro and Registeel, because they basically worked well together. And then I had four offensive mons, Mega Sceptile, Typhlosion, Ursaring, and Luxray, which was offensive. So I had four offensive mons to basically take out anything he had. And obviously the matches, it was honestly, I think, one of my shortest matches this season, obviously because I wasn't the constant like me walling the fuck out of him. I will say he did try to like, I don't know. I still don't agree with him because he brought Whirlpool Parasong and he basically took out my Slowbro that way. And you know, I was upset obviously because I lost my Slowbro to fucking Parasong. And when I was like, dude, when the battle was over, I messaged him and was like, dude, that was disgusting. I love the match, but that set was disgusting. And then he basically tried to brush it off like, you did the same the last season. I'm like, no, I didn't. I would never do that to somebody. And then he's like, oh, no, you used Infestation. And I'm like, okay, I'll give you that. That's Whirlpool. Whirlpool equals Infestation. Infestation traps you and does damage. I would never, and I mean ever, use Parasong. That is a disgusting thing to do. Because you're not even hitting the opponent. You're not hitting anybody. You're just letting them die. Because at least when I battled him and I trapped him with an Infestation, I was attacking him. I was attacking him with Hex because he taunted me. You can actually taunt Parasong. You can't taunt Infestation, Whirlpool, or an offensive move. So I'm just sitting here saying, this man tried to, like, basically say that he did to me what I did to him when it was completely the opposite. He did actually worse than what I did. I was attacking this man while he was asleep because he went for rest, and then Hex was doing more damage. So I'm just saying, that was fucked up. But you know what? It worked. I'm mad. I'm salty that it happened, but it worked, so I gotta give him props. But still, it was disgusting. It was disgusting. But it was still an overall pretty good season. I only lost twice. The one against Kraft, which I still admit, like, obviously, if I had an actual good set on Capagus and had Psychic instead of Knockoff, I still would have won. But the hacks made it to where my floor just couldn't do what it was supposed to do. So I'm just saying that that one, the Zen one, was clearly, it was just straight up my fault. I just did not prepare correctly, and he bodied me. So that was just a thing. But overall, it was still a pretty fun season. I loved all the players in my conference. The playoffs were great on both sides, and it was just a fun season. I'm glad that I was able to win it out, especially after I had said, I think around like week 8 or something like that I was gonna. Like, at that point, I was already talking about how I probably wasn't gonna be here for season 4. And I already had talked to Joey. I talked to Joey around week 9 that I was just out after this season, at least for a while. I know for a fact the chances of me joining season 4 are no. There's a no-go. Season 5 is still a little iffy. The best I could say is probably season 6 is when I actually make my comeback. But the fact that I had already planned on not showing up, not participating in the league in season 4, like, I was still gonna be there doing like the background work. But the fact that I had already stated that I wasn't going to be participating in Season 4, I'm glad I was able to at least finish off with a victory. Like, I'm basically the champion of Season 3. So I'm glad that I'm able to go out on that high note. And I also want to really give a huge amount of thanks to my good buddy, Chris RS. You guys remember him from... I mean, obviously, I don't think you guys know him or remember him. But he's the one that joined me in that one Showdown Live. The first Showdown Live I did, he was there. He was my best buddy. And then he's actually the one that's been helping me every season. Mainly, more so in Season 2 and then this one. This one, we really went in. Like, we were actually super try-harding. Except for that battle versus Zen. I will admit, we both fucked up. That was our bad. But for hindsight, I mean, we still did our pretty damn good job. And he was always there to help me. I think that he wasn't able to help me against Pablo. I think that match actually Zen helped me team build. I mean, I can technically speaking, I can team build by myself, but I always like to have a second opinion. So that's why I have my good buddy Chris RS. He's always there to like. So we basically bounce off ideas. Um, Sometimes we go with what I say, sometimes we go with what his say, and then we sometimes mix it up and be like, okay, so we can do this and this. So like my thing with your thing, maybe mix it up and make it work like this and stuff like that. So it's really a lot of fun. It was great. All the players are amazing. And right now we're doing the King of the Hill stuff. So we'll see how that goes. I still don't know if I have a challenger. I know for a fact that we are doing RU from my side for my first battle. So whoever it is, just know for a fact we're going RU. And yeah, overall it was a really good season. I gotta admit, Joy and I, we made it work. I loved what Cup2 did with the Google Doc. We were able to at least maintain it, update it, and work on it, effortlessly, pretty much. Hopefully next season we'll have a lot more, because obviously I'm gonna be in the background, so maybe I'll be able to do a lot more of the table and stuff like that. Obviously, I'm trying to see. Somebody said they wanted to track kills. That's perfectly fine if you want to do that. I want this league to flourish, obviously. So we'll see how it goes. Thank you guys so much for watching, though. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys all liked it. I hope you guys were excited that I was able to take this this season. Hopefully, when I do join back, guaranteed more than likely season 6. Joey, I'm coming for you if you decide to participate. I'm still salty that you're the only one that can legitimately say I've lost to most of the time. I want my redemption. But we'll see what happens. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. This has been SoresanCrockxen, and I'll see you guys in future videos.